You mentioned you obviously weight a lot of your time and what you work on to those, methods that you're getting the biggest bang for your buck for. I know it's important that we spread out our links, and you never ever want to just go for one particular type of link. But if you had to pick, just for the sake of argument's sake, where you get the best bang for your buck on links, where do you go?
Yeah. I mean, it's going to sound so cliche, but it's got to be my own service. It's got to be the article site you know about. So that just, which
we can lead into. I know I mentioned this to my clients, like AMA, article marketing automation. Pretty much the guy behind article marketing automation. It is a fantastic service, and I know it's getting picked up left, right, and centre. Can you tell us a little bit about what it is, what it does, and that sort of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a user-created blog network in the fact that every site that is in the network, and a site basically takes, is a WordPress site that takes on content, is created by users, which means there's a very large spread of hosts and IP addresses and who is information and all the rest of that, which is an important thing to have. Basically, users enter their site in there. They're looking to distribute content for other people and provide their users or readers with, more content to read or look or comment on. And, so they add it in there because they're looking for extra content. Maybe they're setting up a feeder site, or maybe they're testing out an industry and they want to get content related to that category or industry, to see how it flies. And then as an actual poster or an article distributor, you'll log into your system and you put an article into the system. You can go through a spinning process so that you can have every version of the article that goes out unique. And, for that you get to place a link in your article anywhere within the body of the text, so there's no footprints for it, and your article is slowly fed out to, over 60 days to the sites in the network that are looking for content on that category. So it means that you basically get in-content links from anywhere between 120 to 240 websites for each article you put out, and you can also automatically have it so that you get, you can vary the anchor text link that goes to each one by using like spinning methods and whatnot. So it's extremely effective at what it does, and that's always my first place I start off with. Now, the reason that I start off with that, and this is for my personal sites here, my client sites, I don't go so heavy on that. And the reason...
Why? Yeah.
The reason is because if a client's paying me for work, right, and they go and they see that I offer a service that is for the internet marketing industry or for just general article publishers, and they see that it's $47 per month, they instantly question, why am I paying XYZ for work that's $47 per month? They don't even have to think about the fact of all the other work they get for it, because for my clients, the AMA is just bonus work. It's not even in the charge, it's not in the fee, it's in none of that. I put any article I get into that system because, well, I own and operate it. But there's still the effect that it has if they do get a lot from there is not the. I've just found that they regardless of what you show, it doesn't matter. That image has been formed, and they're not entirely happy about it. But it does depend on the client too. Some people are willing and happy just to leave everything in your hands, knowing that you're the best at what you do, and they go on with it. Some clients, will want to have a bit more of a in-depth control over it. For whatever reason, they've had a bad experience, or they need to be satisfied with with every single point. And at the end of the day, that's what we have to do for them. So, if you've got your own sites, that I use it for every single one of mine. I think the stats now are something like 45% of all links promoted in the network have a page 1 ranking in Google, and the total up to like top 3 page ranking in Google is something like 78% of the entire network has a top 3 page ranking.
How many pages are we talking are in the network?
I'm talking about individual links promoted to individual sites. Something like, I have to check the stats on what that is, but we're edging on like 18,000 or something like that.
That's really impressive.
Yeah, that's that's like you and me and us and whatnot, putting our sites in there to get them ranked. I mean, the total content distributed is around 4.6 million articles, versions of articles. So
it's definitely impressive, and I think in the chats that we've had about what's going on behind the back end, the way that you monitor your stats and all that sort of stuff is extremely impressive. I'm interested, I suppose the biggest thing a lot of people worry about with blog networks is the ability for someone to be able to somehow reverse engineer sort of, where these links are coming from and then go, oh, these somehow linked as a network and that whole network goes down. We've seen it happen before. What sort of methods and structures do you have in place to, keep AMA from, going that way?
Well, I mean, to start with, AMA is a user-run network. So for Google to put a footprint on the whole network would kind of be like, it would be very difficult to do because we don't submit to the entire network ever, whereas most sites will let you submit. The whole point is that they let you submit junk to the entire network, or they do it in that sort of way, or they sell PageRank, which is definitely not what we do. So that's the first point. The second point is, there is quality control in it. It is up to the publisher on whether or not they want to automatically accept content or not. They do have a manual process if they want it, and they can reject content if it doesn't match, if it's not up to standard. And the third thing is, a few things that we want to have come into place for community control over article quality, and I'll just leave it at that for the moment because it's not out yet.
Very cool.